Says. Okay. Can you see anything on the camera? I mean, it should be darkness. Should be. Bad one. That works. Technically truck view, but yeah. Shove it out of the back. Should. That's what I was testing earlier. Someone wants to like post in the YouTube chat and test for me. Should. Should. Yeah, I could hear that. That's good. Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to have it on streaming, but I'll turn on the infrared in a bit. Kind of curious, can you see the skyline right now? Let's fix it. Not the brightest. How about? Obviously you can't see the skyline, but you can see the halo of the enclosure of it. That's cool. I'll do. We're going down a relatively steep hill right now. Yeah, I got the camera condom on and the everything. Oh, shit. Do I really? I thought that was below the... Oh, I forgot to transition the scene. It's fine, I'll get that swept out in a second. Oh, they mowed. How exciting. Or rather, it's flattened. Don't matter to me, they think so different. Oh, we got a whole area to search today. I remember to bring my headlamp this time. I almost forgot. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to test to YouTube. I might even test vertical streaming to YouTube. I don't know if it's even worthwhile because you'll lose so much of the frame, but it is what it is. But yeah, this might be the last detecting stream of the season. Tomorrow might be the last one. Probably tomorrow if I get time. So let me get set up here. I got a surprising amount of active light right now, which is great. So I can see pretty okay. Thanks, light pollution. It's gonna be fucking bright when I turn that off. Yep. Call that one. Let's turn down the brightness of that. That is insanely bright. There we go. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Shit. How are we looking on that? Pretty good on the brightness, I think. Yeah, I would say so. Let's do. What mode were we in last? All terrain. Noise cancel should be around a 0. -4. Wow. Do ground mounts. And the first one of the day, probably pop tab. Probably a pop tab. Let's go for it. 25 might be a nickel. Oh, it's gonna be muddy today, that's for sure. It's been kind of stanky. A little bit of rain today, but at least not muddy all around. So let's keep our tools clean while we go about this. So I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, this might be the last detecting stream for, at least in Iowa, for me this year. By the time we get back, we'll have had pretty hefty freeze. The hibernating bug in here. Yeah, see, this is the time where I need the light. Pot tab. Oh, nope. First bit is cancel off. Yeah, that shows up on the camera. Yeah, it's cancel off. As it will be, as it will always be. This is why we don't find nickels, though. You know, ever since I... Thanks. Yeah, let me take the testing message off the screen real quick. Forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me with your messages. Gotta hook up the machine. All aluminum. Oops, all aluminum. Sources. There it is. Color source 2. What the fuck? Where did the text sources go? Let me know if it went away. Should have gone away. Sweet. Look at that, being able to do producer level stuff while on no. Nice. Of course, right as I put my phone away, here, vibration. 1 second. No way. Alright, no more distractions. Light out. Alright, my intent is actually to go into the woods a little bit. But with the grass cut. It's kind of... I wonder if the water on the ground helps make this be a little bit more slippery sounding. What mode are we in right now? All-terrain general. Oh. There we go. I forgot to turn off my 40K filter. Whoops. I had that on while I was doing the Century Farm. No wonder. There we go. I was like, why does it sound so weird? There we go. Much cleaner. Wow. Can someone send me a test message real quick? I know it sounds needy, but it's to test whether the chat app that I'm using just dies out. It sometimes times out for whatever reason. Sure sounds like it has. I might just have a link to the Twitch chat on my YouTube to make my life easier, you know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds like it's not popping. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have the original app on. Sorry, YouTube chat. Maybe I can have like a, I don't know. Is what it is. Sorry, YouTube. Not that I don't think there are many people watching that. I'll figure something out. That's a relatively deep. 1 second. Too much technology, man. Feels great outside, by the way. There you go. Texas Beach is back on. Give me one more test message for my sanity. Thanks. Please. Thanks. Please. Please. Please and thanks. In the membrane, thanks. I think that's the right camera angle. It was a 79. Could be a penny. Zing. It does. Is this a wheat penny or a normal penny? Did you know you're not made anymore? Not a wheat penny. 1975. Not bad. Copper. It's real copper. It's in actually pretty good condition, honestly. $1975 was still copper, right? Gotta remind myself to wash off my shovels after done detecting. Oh, we're getting into bed. All right, secondary tool is just used for cleaning tonight. It's gonna be a little tedious, but I'm trying to be fastidious with this, prevent rust. $82, okay. That's a swoopy signal, 5049, swoopy 50. That's on the surface. Swoopy 50. Probably trash, but I'm curious. Like I said, I know there's some detectorists out there that don't wear gloves. To them I say, why not? What's the problem with wearing gloves? It's like, I need to feel the dirt. It's like, why? Why do you need to feel it? Like, you already feel it into your gloves. No harm in it. Something it can like it's a can. Let's get it out. More can slaw. As is tradition, do full halves of can. I'll throw those out. Thankfully there's trash cans out here. 50s though. I'm not even gonna do it identifying it. Yeah, we're getting muddy tonight. Ew. The carrot's getting dirty. Anyway, I'm gonna be going to Alabama next week for a week. I might be able to metal detect out there. I gotta look up locations though. What the fuck? Color me intrigued. There's something here. It's deep though. It's putting a 90. We're gonna go really wide on that one. I don't know if that was a rock or what. Looks like there's someone tried to dig here earlier. I'm not sure. Could be gopher mounds. But yeah, I gotta go to Alabama. Nice 12-hour drive. 13-hour drive actually, because I'm not going through St. Louis, because fuck that. Driving through St. Louis during Thanksgiving rush hour. No, thank you. We're not flying, I'm driving. Huntsville. Yeah, this is deeper than that, I suspect. Yes, it does. Every road takes you by Busch Stadium, and on top of it, they have some of the worst entrance ramps. Well, I elected to drive because of the shutdown. I wasn't sure what was going to be done. But on top of that, I'd like to have an exit plan when I'm in Alabama, if you know what I mean. Alright, it's in the mound. I pulled it, it just wasn't finding it. Oh, I know, Huntsville's a nice city. If you're gonna go to Alabama, Huntsville is the best place you could go, honestly. I'm having trouble seeing it. There it is. That's a deep penny. Show up a little high there. Not a wheat penny. What year are you? That would sell a little high. Thankfully this mud can just rub out, but I was showing 90, so I'm a little confused. It sounded like there's something else in there. Deep penny does look good over there. Yeah, I agree. 1981. Still getting coppers. Color me curious. Let me wave that one more time. Ooh, you're getting dirty today. Yeah, that was just a weird signal. Interesting. Keep forgetting to turn off my lamp. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what we get for doing it in the wet. 89, probably quarter. I'm gonna say quarter. I think we can go a little smaller on that hole. I would like to find some silver day. But it's always against my favor in that way. What the fuck? We're getting weird signaling today. Look. Civil War era shit for her. Civil War era stuff. Now why did that fall off? One second though. There we go. That's a coin. What kind of quarter are you? More modern or older? It's not silver, but it is it's an Eagle Boy. It's not a state coin. Let's check the year. That was a tough find. The 90s, 1994. Yeah. Okay, so I am getting my predictors right. Good. We're not super muddy where there's nothing wants to come off, but my carrot is struggling, let's just say. It's getting kind of sticky. Is what it is. Carrot condom. Coming to you. $69. But yeah, I'll be leaving Friday. I'll be back on the 1st. Over the weekend I had Seneca at Twitch TV over. That was a lot of fun. Showed Seneca around Iowa, at least central Iowa. Took Seneca to the world's largest concrete gnome. Twitch Seneca _ Twitch TTV. Yes. A little bit more can slot over here. Did they take the goals out? Kind of seems like they did. I don't see the disc golf goals. It's weird. This one was like, oh no, there it is. But I'll tell you what, I didn't stream last Sunday, and it felt so weird not doing the crossword. I know I hit my year goal, I'm good, but it felt wrong, I'll admit. Harkra. Thanks for the follow. Let's have it pointing straight down. Kind of forget what angle my camera's at from time to time. Boy, do I wish I could have like some sort of like eye tracking or head tracking. Yeah, that's longer than some TV shows get, you know. Kind of wish I had the big coil out here. Then I would definitely need the harness. Well, I got my bungee cable out right now, so I could turn that off. Still got some straw, like thick stalks out here. That's a 19. It's got the temp on the screen. It's only like 40. Not even that bad. I love this temp. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said. That's a weird one. I think that's a bottle cap, but I'm kind of curious. I did try to charge the IR illuminator a little bit before it went out. It was at 75%, but if it dies, just let me know. Okay. Don't know if I have a battery backup for that tonight. What? Oh shit. There's a penny. Ah. Sneaky little guy. That was 75. Where's the dime? I think that's a dime. A little drier over here, which is nice. Oh, it's a dime. Non-silver. What are you? Make the year on these so fucking small. Damn it. I need my peepers. I literally can't read that. 1990 something. I literally cannot read it. It's a good shape. I don't feel like swapping to a brighter light right now. Oh, battery. We're still at full power on the IR. Oh, I should probably pick up my shovel, hey? Wish I had a little hook on my boot to scrape dirt off the shovel. It's probably another dime right here. A little bit deeper than the last one. Maybe a penny. Copper. Copper boy. I'm gonna aim for some lower targets here in a bit, but I want to get to the forest edge before I do that. I don't know how much of the brush got taken out. That's kind of for early spring. Wish this red light had a little bit of a brightness setting to it. Yeah. Another dime. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I dig in my free time. No, that's not how it goes. Oh, we're close to silver. What is this, 1960? 1960 something. Oh my god, we're just out. I think it's a 65. We're just out of the silver range with this guy. It is what it is. We got era range out here, that's for sure. We got the era range for sure. Well, we got a deep 17, 16. Probably cancel. Absolutely massive. It is not the highest rated. It's not a very high pinpoint I'm getting. It's pretty deep. Yeah, this is probably the deepest cancel I've ever found. So we'll go for it. It's the biggest frickin' ring you've ever seen in your life. It's gonna be a whole gun. I went way too big on that guy. Oh well. Ooh. I think we got on the clod. Oh my god, you're right. The holographic metal. I don't know what this is. Well, that's a 22 shell. What? Oh, here. It's got wood in it. What the fuck? What? It's a 22 shell. That's what I thought was so deep. That's, I mean, it's a little odd to be out here. Not terribly odd, but it's got like wood inside of it. I don't know how, unless that's the bullet right there. This might be an unfired 22 round. What I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I went. Try to see if I got any shine on it. Yeah, it's a unfired 22 round. It seems. And yeah. I can't tell. When I stab into the top of it, I see a little shine. That's definitely lead. But it has like this white crustiness about it. I don't know if that's the gunpowder coming out or not. I don't even know who followed, so thanks for the follow either way, I guess. Huh. 22. Okay, then that makes sense. That's just a unfired 22 shell. Which was funny because it kind of showed up in the 20-22 range on the detector. What the fuck? That's deep. It's there, but I've never heard a signal drop out like that before. It's kind of chirping. It's like skipping. Hello, Supod. Hey, P pseudopod. Is what it said. That's funny. I think that's a quarter, but it was chirping like it wasn't. That was an odd one. Clean the shovel as you go. Might be a little too deep on that one. Reweight that one. Okay, it's in the clod. Another quarter. Modern, probably. That was a weird signal on that one. That was dropping out every other wave, so maybe it was just sideways or something. At the state quarter. 2000. 2002. What state is that one? I don't know if it was every year or whatever. Louisiana thing. Yeah. See a pelican on it. Okay. 2002. That was weird though. It must have been just flat edge up. I mean, that's why it was kind of dropping out. Not the worst time. Can I get a time check for me? It's 7:10. Sweet. I got to change the clock on my viewfinder. At night. Night, night. I should be able to knock out I should be able to knock out a detection stream tomorrow. The second TTS has started activating all of a sudden. And it says Pate B on one and it says Pateb on the other one. It's a penny. I guess I'm the only one that's bringing new pennies into the economy these days. Can someone send a message in the YouTube? They're both running again for some reason. Is what I'm saying. There's a big piece of metal. Might be a soda can? Kinda curious. It's fucking big is what it is. That is fucking huge. What's up, Maxon? That's a big fucking piece of metal right there. I'm hitting it. Could be a water pipe, I'm not sure. Is that a rock? That's a pipe. It's a pipe. I'm gonna skip that. It's a old drainage pipe. It wasn't. It's way too shallow for utility. I found this pipe earlier. Have to be watching that 50-ish. Oh yeah. This is a disc golf course. Disc golf course park combo. Probably not go too deep in the thicket. My breath shows open. I was hoping more of these thicker trees would go away by now, but yeah. Wait for the snow to take them out. I tend to forget which side of the area I do forest detecting. I think I usually do it early spring, actually. Yeah, that pipe's huge. Still hearing it right there. Soda can right there. That's 75. Let's see if that's a bottle cap. On the surface, I think it's a bottle cap. We do a surface point. Yeah, it's Coors, big old Coors. Call that one. Big old Coors. Surprisingly, not as much junk today. That's good. At least I'm listening to the ground a little bit better. I was hoping for a little bit more lower signals. I wish you guys could see how big this field is, though. It is quite big. Oh, by the way, the second app decided to die. I'll get some quarters right here. Let's see how tight we can go this one. Said it was only 2 inches down or so. That's another challenge we could do, is how small can we do our target holes? How well can we pinpoint? That was a good one. Should be in the plug. Should be. Unless I completely botched it. Hell yeah, dead center. Go me. You win a quarter. Or it should be a quarter. Non-state quarter, cool. What year are you? 1996. I was 6 years old when this quarter was made. Let us continue. So there's era evidence out here. Era coin evidence. Like I said, I found a 1917 to 1930 quarter out here. And I was hoping there'd be more evidence of that. But I do know of other people that metal detect this area. So just have to be aware of that. The fuck? Big hunking thing. And the 93 just sitting on top. What the hell's that? That's a big hunk of something. What is that? Piece of aluminum. It's not silver. I can almost guarantee that. It's quite large. Giant chunk of aluminum of some sort. Tried to do a flat, but that was terrible. Oh wow, there's something right there. Something big. Is this the pipe again? That's a really shallow pipe. It's not a pipe. It has a weird feel to it. I did make the shovel. What did I hit? Feels like a big piece of aluminum. Is the pipe or something? Angle iron? It's not a bomb. Thin. Whatever it is, I can get it out. It'll take me a second. It might come out. I just want to get a visual on what it is. It's moving. It's an old trash can maybe? What the fuck is that? It's mangled was what it looks like. Maybe old tie down for the old... I just want to see what it is. It's a ring of something. There it is, right there. Whatever it is, it's deep in there. I think I'm ripping it apart. That's weird. Weird. I'll skip it, but the thing is honking. It goes all the way around. I don't know. That's a weird one. I'm gonna leave it alone though. It's too big. Fucking huge. Fucking big. I don't know if that's a footing or something or what. Weird. Didn't look like rebar or anything. It looked like it was a giant, like, trash can in the ground. Hard to explain. Thanks for the follow. Trying here for yes. That one's swinging across the whole band right there. That's acting like a piece of electronic. Maybe a vape or something. It had a whole swoop across the band there. No, just a old beer can. That was weird. Nice swoopy doop on you. Are you old beer can? Yeah, it's old beer. Wow, that's in great condition. It's an old pull tab beer can. It's in phenomenal condition though. It's like a Miller Lite or something. They don't make like throwback beers, right? In the old pull tab style. Like that's not a thing they do. I'm just surprised at how well kept some of these like cans from like the 70s and 80s maintain in the ground. I don't really know when the last time they stopped using. And why? There we go. 18. Consistent, 2 inches down. Probably cancel. Let's go for it. Just aim for those sub 20 targets. also helping with my my own personal night vision. There's a lot of light pollution in the area and the clouds are out, so I can see pretty good. I just can't see into the dig holes. Diggy hole. That's right there. Very, very tiny can slaw, as you can see. Thin metal is what we're looking for. Oh yeah, that's what I figured. What we try. Canyon slaw. Canyon slaw. So yeah, I talked with my father, and he told me he has 2 separate 20-ton hydraulic presses. And instead of melting all of my junk metal, I'm going to see if I could smush them into a cube of some size. I'll have to fashion some sort of like frame for all the metal to go into when it gets smushed. But I think that'd be kind of cool. It might not work at all, to be honest with you. I think we got a quarter signal here, but it's kind of deep. Ooh. That's whatever that is, it's fucking deep, and I can't tell if it's trash or not. We're gonna have to go a little wide on that one. Ooh, that is wet dirt. I'm actually gonna do something I never do, but I'm actually gonna re-wave it after I pull the plug, just to make sure we're getting the signaling in the spot I dug. Thick grass is a little stuck out to my shovel. Pretty good hold though. More consistent signal. Okay, there is something in there. It's pinging a little hot. I don't know if that was a quarter or not. Modern quarter? Seems to be. That's kind of old though. It's not silver, but I think we're getting some era here. We got, I think it's got its zinc clad all taken off at 1985. Not bad. I wonder if there's more of it. Yeah, there's another one in there. I think. Yeah, I think there's another piece of quarter in there. There's a 1986 right here. I was hearing a double tone. I don't know if it's another coin. It is. Hi, an actual change drop. Holy shit. Hold on now. Where are you? Ooh, dime, but what year are you? Change drop. That deep. That's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. You're not silver. You are a unlegible ass date. $1989. All right. 80s coins, one in a spot. We're getting more in here. I can't remember the last time. I think the most coins I've got. Yeah, I put on the white light for that one. I think that was all of them. Cool. Oh my god, my shovel's fucked up. Covered in grease. There's another quarter in there. What the fuck? Shit. All right. Where is that one? Somewhere in there. It's 2 quarters in a dime in one spot. That's kind of wild for that depth. You'd think there'd be some scattering there. I think it's like right up here. Not that deep. It's right under this. It's in here somewhere. I don't want to try so hard for a quarter, but it's kind of interesting. It's in this clod. Another 80s, you think? It has to be. Yeah, it's copper clad. Well, copper journal. So we had 86 and 89. And this one is Hold on. $19.65. God damn it. $19.65. We're so close to error right now. That's funny. It's like, yeah, there could be silver. It is really just fucking with me. No, that's cool though. Good to know that there's still some life in these fields. But to find that many in one spot is pretty crazy. At that depth too. Should we turn on the iron? Let's try and noise cancel if we're gonna have iron mode on. Give me noise cancel, please. Ooh, never mind on noise cancel. Jeez. Oh, I could probably turn down my sensitivity a little bit. There we go. See if we can hear any iron. Not really. I mean, that is pretty deep can slaw. Not saying it ain't can slaw. Not a lot of can tabs tonight. Some can slaw, but mostly coins tonight. 22 bullet. That's a surprisingly deep 16. Surprisingly deep. Ooh. I did not. Ooh. That is very muddy. Very wet dirt right here. Ooh. Ew. It's sticking to my shovel like glue. Ew. That's not fun to dig in. Yeah, that is some sticky topsoil. Holy shit. That's a problem because it can come with my shovel and I can lose it in the field. You can just get a pointer off that. Get the shovel out of here. A little bit. Right there. Yeah, nothing crazy night. No getting juked by toy guns either. Even though that was fucking cool, I don't care. I ain't even mad. I swear I'm not mad. Isn't that? Well, I said it couldn't be canceled because it was so deep, but I was wrong. It was just the tiniest, infinitely tiniest piece of cancel I've ever seen in my life. God damn it! God! Maybe it's just a ring that's been crushed. No, it's canceled. Damn. You can't always trust depth because it can mean size. It is what it is. Can't trust depth, can mean the size. Well, I'm gonna have to wash this off when I get home. God dang. The real question is, well, I'm not done streaming. I'm gonna wonder how I'm gonna end both streams at the same time. We got about $1 or so worth of change right now. Not bad. Better than last few streams. Do I go for old nickels or more cancel? Yeah, a lot of 25s. I can imagine this is where got a 12 deep. Let's get that one. Oh my god, the wind just got really cold. That's cool. Ooh. Just out of air. It's actually not that windy, but temp just fucking dipped. Just freaking dipped. Sunny boys. Oh, I don't mind the winter. It's gonna be too cold to dig the ground here soon. I'd be out metal detecting in the winter if it weren't for the ground getting frozen and the snow in the way. Yeah, that does happen. I'm gonna call that a pop tab, but I haven't dug a 30 tonight. Let's dig it. It feels like a pop tab. Squeaks like a pop tab. Probably is a pop tab, but I want to check. It's nice but pretty good detected, all things considered. Probably did not need to go that deep. And I missed it. What? Well, that was way more shallow than I thought it was. Where'd you go now? What? It's just fucked off. I love it when signals just fuck off. What? Well, goddamn, metal detector, you did a good job. That's a broken off zipper tab. I mean, good job, I guess. Yeah, broken off zipper tab. It's not a pop tab. Good job, detector. If I could give you a treat, I would. Absolutely tiny. And I was listening to it because it had this kind of consistent. That's good though, because that's kind of what I'm listening for jewelry. I'm listening to the number and more to the tone. Still a pull tab. You're correct. I mean, I think I've only found a few of those before. Interesting. One mustn't assume. This is probably can slaw. It's at 18. But it's got a vertical look to it. That's weird. Oh, that popped out. Oh, perfect plug. Look at that. Single hit plug. I love those. And they do work right. You can only really only do those on the light turf. That should be right on the surface of it. Or not. Pointer's been fucking up today. What? Are you working? Are you live today? Oh, it's a bobcat. Alright. Okay. Old bobcat. It'd be about. It's old bobcat. What was that again? It wasn't pinging. Well, I guess it was. I was going to beat bop, ba-doo, ba-da, ba-doo, Scooby. Beep, bop, ba-doo, ba-da, squibby, boop, boo, squibby. Though, I will say this. You know how like they do like top smoke spots? I found a few bottles actually. Not actually with their tops, funnily enough. You kind of just incidentally find bottles because you're just digging. I found an old, what bottle was it? Old liquor bottle. I found on my parents' farm an old 1930s era. Well, I didn't find it. The farmer found it. 1930s era Coke bottle, Just digging randomly. I'm inclined to skip that. Oh, the Sobe bottles, yeah. The problem with finding, you usually find the caps separate because people throw the caps and hold on to the bottle, you know what I mean? Like you're dealing with human nature. It's a 33 shaky tone. Another nice flat plug. How did... Why does this keep happening? What is happening? Is my pointer dying again? Alright, I gotta do a stand wave on that. That was weird. Oh, it's just gone. No. Wait. No. It's not on the shovel. I had a nice 30. Right there. What is happening? What is happening right now? We have a service 22. That's probably a pop tab, if I had to guess. Oh, did we pull it out? Okay. That was horribly confusing. Yeah, it got flung out. It is a pop tab from the beginning. Jesus. It flew all the way over here. The hole was over there fucking there. God damn. It must have got on the shovel. Happens from time to time. Metal detectors are known to go mad over their own shovel. Now, that's the cleanest 12 I ever heard. Probably can slaw, but that was really consistent. Carrot might be getting dead, I don't know. And shovel this one. Yeah, another bottle cap. Okay, so these older bottle caps show up much lower than I suspected. That makes it difficult. Okay, so the really old bottle caps with no paint on them seem to show up really low. When I'm used to those being in like kind of the 40s range. Interesting. It could just be that they're old and they have a different metal composition. So I'm going to look confused with, although the pointer could be dying, I don't know. I am using those weird chargeable 9-volt batteries. Maybe I should just go back to the OG kind. This is another one. We're gonna test this out. I want to see if these consistent low ends are older bottle caps. Trying to train my ear on this. Yeah, that's gonna have to be plugged. Two thick roots. Yeah, it's been a while since we've met. It's highly likely. Yeah, the original name I have for this place. Oh, it's just really thin cancel. Dang. The original name for I had for this place is the Bottle Cap Forest, and it still holds true. If you're playing disc golf, you're drinking. It's just the way it is. I just wish people didn't throw their shit on the ground. But with the more modern detector I got, I can parse those out a little bit better, but true to its core and methodology, I still like to dig every target. I feel like digging, even though the general rule is you dig every target regardless. I don't know. I can't fall into that mindset. Too lazy. Cancel. Like I said, that's where I wish they could implement some sort of AI tool into metal detectors to kind of just learn it a little bit. That is true. I do like digging holes. It's highly likely that those things are tripping up that device, whatever they're doing, you know what I mean? It's more or less to have something I could be out in the field with and still function with if I was completely out. There does seem to be some caveats with these. I really should just keep some fresh boys on me. Try trash reject real quick. I'm kind of curious what it'll do. Yeah, it dips those out. Not to say that it should be rejected though. This is a pretty deep signal. Yeah, this isn't a bad testing range. I do have some more farms I can go out and detect that I'd like to get out to next year. Like I said, if I find something in Alabama that is completely legal and good to go to detect, I will. I don't care. 67 modern bottle cap, maybe. I love that drop in temp right now. It feels very refreshing. Just gotta flat pull that one. That was too deep. Europe. Honestly, anywhere in Europe would we go through. Yeah, okay. Miller Lite. Yeah, Miller Lite. Anywhere in Europe, they'll let me. I follow a legitimate metal detectorist in the UK who's I believe is also has some level of archaeology merit. And the stuff he finds, he just was like, oh, here's my stack of Roman era gold coins, you know, just normal day. I'm just like, fuck. I wish. It's like, oh, here's a scabbard. Here's the end of a scabbard of a sword from the, you know, forever ago. What's interesting, you have to completely have a way different mentality of detecting when you're out there too, because you don't want to skip over iron signals. It's a 40. I think that's a bottle cap, but it's like screaming hot in surface level. Right over here is much wetter. Soda can. Yeah, soda can. Okay. Yeah, those 40s are still in the soda can range. Honestly though, if I could metal detect anywhere reasonable right now, although interestingly enough, I might actually have a hookup in Europe somewhere. I won't go into specifics yet because it's not fully solidified. I'd like to metal detect in Massachusetts, but it's hard to find spots that'll let you. Anywhere you metal detect, there has to be private permission. None of the public land in Massachusetts is available to detect. My cousin owns a house with a reasonably sized yard, and she owns a house that's like built in the 1700s era. So if we get time to go out there, I would love to detect that backyard of hers. Yeah, I mean, even in Iowa, you're not allowed to metal detect on state property. County property is pretty unrestricted. The city I live in doesn't give a shit for city parks. You have to look at every locale, really. Most people don't know the rules, so you might not get in trouble, but you really should be on your nose about that stuff. Like, there's some places in Iowa that I'd love to metal detect, but you get a shitload of trouble detecting there. In fact, there's a beaches are pretty okay to go, depending on the rules. They're a lot more lax because you're not fucking up anything when you dig in sand. They even allow, so a lot of times they'll drain lakes around here, and people will go out with mud waders and go out there. I've wanted to do that a few times, but the last time they drained a lake, and I went out there, 2 days after I was out there, they found 2 dead bodies. So that was cool. Plus, a lot of places that there's lakes, I'd go out there and metal detect, but I can't stream it because no cell service out though in lake basins. I'm gonna start heading back up to my truck. A little grassy area though. But no, I mean, I found my fair share of weird stuff. I found a whole case of ancient .45 pistol ammunition. And in the same forest I found a grenade. Probably the most valuable item I've ever found was a 1921 Liberty Morgan silver dollar. Ounce of silver, that is. I have a pretty nice pile of silver coins I found. Haven't found a lot of jewelry, truth be told. Not to say that it's really common to find jewelry, but of the jewelry I found, it's not precious. Well, that one's weird because it's deep. I normally wouldn't go after this, but this is significantly deep. It's like a 60s, but it's really messy. It's deep. Go wide on that. Wasn't it? Again, that's all protected land. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'd love to go to these places, but I am not going to commit illegality. But I will tell you straight up, There are a lot of people in the metal detecting community who do this shit silently and stealthily. There's a lot of gear they sell in the metal detecting community that is for being stealthy. So you tell me. You know what I mean? I generally feel that trespassing is its own law. But I think in areas that are public, outwardly, they allow camping and stuff. But for whatever reason they don't allow you to metal detect, I think that's a load of shit. You're allowing people to camp and harm the earth that way, and people dig holes when they're camping, but all of a sudden you start waving a stick around looking for metal and you're doing something illegal. Seems a little biased, if you ask me. That is correct. Generally doesn't like that. But let's just say their ability to be consistent is not that consistent on its own. It does, specifically in places like Ireland, where it's tacitly illegal to metal detect anywhere, even if you own the land. Ask me how I know. This is really, really tough. Is that a deep can? That'd be wild. I understand why in Ireland, because they got just relics that are older than Christianity. Right, you have to plan it out, you have to like map it. There's a whole lot of work that's just not anything related to actually finding treasure. That is the weirdest. We'll get into gravel. I'm trying to see. Is that Kansas really that deep? It is. Wow. Yep. Let's. I mean, I totally get this. Is this can? This is weird. I don't know what that is. It's definitely canned something, but it fell apart really strangely. I could take it with. But that was like a foot deep. But yeah, in the UK, public lands are really off limits, but you do have people that just straight up metal detect on people's farms and they don't give a fuck at all. And as long as you don't get caught, no one cares. I was just thinking Ireland, you would have trouble getting onto the country with my metal detector is the problem. It's like, what happens if you lose your key in the field? You're just fucked, right? You're just fucked. Let's hope to find some bigger metal today. I think that's happening. Well, I found that big piece of metal I couldn't get out of the ground, I suppose. Just like counts. What? I have a big old fishing magnet in my truck that I need to get more use out of. I meant to do some this year and I just never got around to it. It might end up being the first stream where you get to meet Zot brother. There's something hunky there. 80. But it was, I thought that was a coin, that is not. I think it's something weird. That was weird. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Rewind that real quick. It was off just a little bit. 80. That's really good. Think it's a penny? A little rock in here. That's weird. What the fuck? It's in the cloud. Right. It might be the pointer, guys. That is the deepest, densest dirt. What the fuck? How is that possible? Detector says it's here. Pointer doesn't sense it at all. Jeez. Bad batteries indeed. There it is. Jesus. What's what the detector was saying was a lot deeper than it was either, too. I'm inclined to believe that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll get that replaced. Let's check the year real quick. 1985. Direct contact and shaky response was what it was, but yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Alright, I think that's my sign. Yeah, we'll get we'll just get some nice newer batteries on that. Oh. Turn this around. Alright, enough detective for tonight. What you can see. Full blast. There you go. Oh. I'll walk y'all back to his automobile. Why not? Clean this one up. Guess I gotta figure out how to end the YouTube side of the stream. It smells gorgeous out right now. It's just very earthy. Love that smell. Starting the decay of everything. They mowed this. I'll be back out here probably tomorrow. Eight 15-ish, 8, something like that. Eight 25, yeah. Like I said, the clock on my viewfinder is a little off. You can see in the dark with it though. Pretty cool. Some good steps in. Going up a hill. I don't know if y'all can see the light up there. So yeah, my mark for this area is 2 silver dimes, 1 silver quarter, and a silver pendant of St. Francis. There's a fucking branch, didn't see that. Ugh. I was looking at the ground. Like I didn't get stabbed in the eye with that. There's a volleyball court here. Could detect that with a sand sifter. Thought I'd find much. Yeah, I'd like to do some beach combing. Rabbit, I see you. I'd like to do some beach combing sometime. Zot goes to Puerto Rico and Militex type of thing. That'd be fun. That's a rabbit. White-tailed rabbit. It's a rabbit. Hey, truck. So, get some kitty litter still in here. Forgot to bring that inside. Add some weight to the back of my truck, I suppose. I'll remind myself to wash the shovel off when I get home. Got some more park and change. Put some more pennies into the economy, I suppose. All goes in the bucket. Same with the knee pads. So there's two things that I need to do for my metal detecting, quote, internal merit badge, we'll call it. And that is more beach combing. I want to do some international metal detecting. I want to do some metal detecting in maybe 3 more states. I'd like to, do another country. What else? Prospecting metal detecting is something I'd like to try. Though not really do as a main thing, because that shit's hard, and I don't want to carry around a fucking pickaxe. Ugh. Oh yeah. Anyway, chat. Thanks for joining. Let's see how I can shut this shit off. Alright, y'all have a good one. Let's see how I end this fucking thing. I probably need a remote into my PC. Let's see. Bye-bye.